because I said that because he's a junior and he shouldn't really be left on his own out there. Right. Morning, Phil.
you're in.
Okay, open live from the Ludlow Suite here in Telford. It's the semi-final of the set play tournament between Englishman Phil Wildman and Spaniard Javi del Santo. It's the best of 3 sets, races to 5. It's alternate break from the box. 9 on the spot, golden break counts, and the free foul rule is in use. So we're all ready for this. We've got a big day of pool coming today. We're right in the same venue as the main UK Open Matchroom tournament that's going on. It's semi-finals for them today as well. We have this semi-final for you, and then we'll have the final of this coming up straight after this, and then later on today we'll have our race to 8 sets tournament final, and that's going to be an absolute classic. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later on. So Spaniard Javi del Santo Sanz has won the leg and will break in the opening rack. One ball down, wing ball down. A look at the 2. You'd think he's going to have a go at this. Would like to get the cue ball back somewhere in the position it is now, if you can play it with a little touch of inside English, just to straighten it up, go back between the 7 and the 9. Looks like he's coming round the back of those, so he's going to go low right. Alright, he didn't even go for it. He's only just arrived in the arena, Javi. He actually has a plane to catch today. He has to be at his hotel for 1:30 p.m. Well, if he wins this, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to have to rebook his flight, I think. So I expect a cagey start in this opening set. Race to 5, best of 3 sets. So possibly the winner is going to have to get 15 racks, maybe just 10. Now he has got a 1 rail kick at this. Did I see him? He's not jumping this, surely, is he? He is, you know. Well, he must be trying to make the 5 ball here then. So looking to come off the left hand edge of this 2 ball. Just getting comfortable. Really surprised he played that and didn't kick at it. So here's a chance. I think he can play this 2 off the back of the 4 ball. May even slide straight in. Phil had quite a difficult route on his way to this semi-final. Yeah, just glancing off the edge of the 4 there, nicely done. He actually played a guy called, well, they've called him Chris, but his name's not Chris, it's Park. It's Park Watananawana. I know, try saying that after you've had a few. Park Watananawana. He actually qualified through the UK Open qualifier we held here in Pattaya, in Thailand. Very good player. I've played against him many times, and that was Phil's first opponent, Spencer Oliver, Oliver Lawrence, and then Dean Shields in that classic quarter-final last night. Really was a great match. Went all the way to the final rack. I wonder will this one do the same. needs this to come a bit more. That's okay. Has a decision to make now. Does he come past the side pocket and get closer to the 7? Oh, it's a lot thinner, isn't it? It looks much worse from that angle. Oh, he's played this lovely. Good shot, Phil Wildman. And this is against the break as well of Javi's. So Phil will be breaking in the next rack. And that's when you know you're timing the ball so well, when you get really, really close to that cue ball. Jimmy White very, very famously gets so close. I'm sure he must have tip fouled over the years at some stage. So nicely done. So that misplaced jump shot from Javi, which I'm really surprised he did play, has cost him the opening rack. Javi's route to the semi-final included wins over Bash Maksoud, Gabriel Vasilash, Mark Foster and Kev Simpson. And there's our stream sponsor. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone at Taom, start your engines. It's the V10. It's the chalk everyone's talking about. We're going to have to try and convince Phil to go over to the green side. And this was a feature of his play yesterday. He was breaking so well, and look at this. 3 balls down off the break. So much easier when you're playing 6 ball instead of 9 ball. A lot more room on the table, everything in the open. And this is how you might just throw the balls around when you're having a little warm-up. Two to the 4 and then 4 to the 5, and it should be plain sailing from there. Well, this has landed a little bit funny. Incredible, isn't it? An inch either side, and this is okay. It's just awkward. He's going to be drawing. He's maybe just worried about that 9 ball slightly. I think he might be able to pinch a bit of pocket on it and play it a little bit straighter. He still has to judge the draw shot though. Oh, how well's he hit this? Okay, he's finished a little bit short. Well, he may have to bank this, you know. There you see the Eleventh black balls. 100 years old this year, Eleventh. Centenary, and they've brought out a lovely centenary set as well. The cue ball has a lovely little 100 on it. Maybe playing safe here. So be a little bit disappointed after making 3 balls on the break. Nice spread. Unfortunately, just misjudged the position. It was always going to be the difficult shot though, the 4 to the 5. Welcome to you guys on YouTube. Good to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the action. There you see the arena here, the room. This is right next door to the main UK Open venue. They're getting ready for their semi-finals today. Oh, he looks puzzled, doesn't he? He needs to go just after the side pocket. Oh, he's coming just before it. Oh, he's going to play this then with a lot of right hand spin, I would think. He'll be trying to make this. Oh, it's a really good hit. Needs a bit of luck. Played to just kick it past. And it's not a bad shot actually. Played it very well. Well, Phil turning the screw. I wonder might he consider getting the jump cue out here. It's quite a long jump. You'd need Cole Lewis to play this one. What was the name of the great English long jumper? A Welshman. I forget his name now. Not the English guy, the Welsh guy. The British is what I meant. You might have just caught a glimpse there. The Z9, that's the cloth we're using on the SAM tables. So this is a big jump. Well, he's caught it on the way back. Has he fluked it? Well, if this goes in, it'll be distressing for Mark Wildman. Well, there's just no justice, is there, sometime? He's played an absolutely great safety. Javi has attempted the jump. He's missed it. He's caught it on the way back and fluked it in the corner. And not only that, finished absolutely perfect on the 6 ball. What a cruel game 9 ball is. If that was 10 ball or 8 ball, it wouldn't count. There's no way he would have called that pocket. So against the run of play, remember, Mark made 3 balls on the break. Sorry, Mark, that's his dad. Phil Wildman, I should say. I've got no excuse. It's not early in the morning for me. I'm actually over here in Thailand, and it's 4:30 in the afternoon for me. Wow, it never looked in, did it, from the time it left his cue? It really didn't. And maybe a little bit of poetic justice there for Phil Wildman. Doubles his lead to 2-0. Javi will be breaking off. It's a nice shirt he's got on there, isn't it? It matches the 9 ball. Well, he's just missed that 9 ball. Maybe he can get a golden break to make up for it. Made a ball. Didn't make the one in the side. That's the one he needs to go at now, but he's going to have to play a push out, which he's just called. For those of you that may be new to the game of 9-ball, after the break, if you don't like what you've been left, you can play a push out. You can hit any ball. You don't have to hit a rail. Trying to tie up the 6 as well there, just in case, make it a little bit more difficult. So now he's played his push out. Phil will have a look around. If he doesn't like it, he can give it back. Nothing really down the centre of the table to hide behind, so he's going to have to play a very accurate shot here. Look like he's trying to go behind the 8 with the cue ball. Well, he hasn't got there. And this does pass the 4 ball into the corner. Not very much to do with the cue ball either. To get to the 3. Looked in, didn't it? So that 6 ball just may come to the rescue. If you remember when Javi pushed out, he tried to push the 6 safe in case of a scenario like this cropped up. A little bit of insurance, you could call it. Still plays short side on the 6 ball to the bottom left hand corner. Trouble is, what is he trying to snick off the 7 here? Yeah, that's, well, it was a very brave shot. Very thoughtful, Javi. I wonder what he's thinking about. He must be in 2 minds. If he wins this one, he's going to have to rebook his flight. Well, same result for Phil as Javi had on the 1 ball. He wobbled it in the jaws, didn't drop. It's a half a chance. Playing it into the bottom right hand corner. Well, didn't get close with that one, I'm afraid. Adam Whale, you're an absolute star. Thank you for that, mate. Yes, the long jumper I was trying to think of was Jonathan Edwards. I think there was another one, wasn't there, as well? So this 4 ball does pass the 9 to the top left. Nicely done. Wants that cue ball away from the rail, though. Well, he'll be very thankful that he did open that 6 and 7 now. He can just bounce off the side rail for the 6. Won't be trying to get too close to it, I wouldn't have thought. Well, though he dug down, didn't he? Well, he's played a fantastic shot there. What a shot from Phil Wildman to take a 3-0 lead now. He's in a very good position here. Come on, Adam. You need to answer my other question. Might have been Evan or something. Another long jump up from Wales. Blonde-haired kid. Oh, we got Ziggy online as well. Not Ziggy Stardust, is it? So Phil looking very comfortable. He hasn't done much wrong up till now. Just keeping things tight, playing good safety, and when he gets his chances, he's running the rack. So 3-0 it is. Phil will be breaking to get on the hill in this first set. Possible 3 sets, races to 5 each set. For those of you just joining us, 9 ball being racked on the spot, breaking from that Matchroom break box, which incidentally is 2 lines drawn from the first and the third diamonds on the rail in the kitchen, and then where those string lines meet on the kitchen line, on the bolt line if you like, that's where the box is drawn. I was taught that by John Lehman at the US Open in 2022. Oh, this is a good break. Really has been breaking so well, Phil Wildman. 3 balls off it once again. Really has nailed this break. So a big shot to play here. He could end up playing a 3-9 combo. Bit of pressure on this shot. Well, I wonder now, will he maybe attempt to draw into the 9? It's got to be worth a go. He can kind of play it as a 2-way. Trouble is, if he doesn't make it, he might leave the 9 over the pocket. But I think he's going for it. Eyes on the 9 ball. Caught it a little bit thick, but there's part 2 of the shot. Well, if he's left this on, it's extremely unlucky. I think there might be a path through to it. Cue ball close to this back rail though, not easy. Mr. TJ Shorty, I believe it's 12 noon for the first semi-final. And what a semi-final lineup you've got in the UK Open as well. If you picked any of those to win it, well, almost like winning the lottery, isn't it? Picking those 4 to get to the semis. No disrespect to any of them. Piers Labutis, you could say, has been knocking on the door for some time. The Lithuanian. Very, very strong character, Piers Labutis. You see that blue piece of chalk on the cue ball, look. I was hoping to get our cameraman to zoom right in on that. this is a very, very good shot. Just has to make the 4 and the 5, and he'll have another chance to go at the 9 ball this time. A slightly easier 6-9 combo, but he'd love to get straight in behind that 6 ball. Maybe left himself a bit of an angle on this 5 ball. Well, he's left himself a bit to do. Kind of got to imagine you're overcutting slightly the 6 ball. Now this is missable. He's playing the carom, is he? It's thin. Yeah, he's caught it too thin and he's thrown this rack away. He's had 2 goes at the 9 ball and he's missed them both. What a gift. This would have put him on the hill. Instead it's going to be 3-1. Having said that, he's overcooked the positional side of it. He's still finding something to smile about though. He's looking forward to a bit of tapas later on today when he gets home. I lived in Spain for 6 months. The food out there, absolutely stunning. So playing this off the rail, you'd expect him to make this. No, he's missed it altogether. Well, that's the second 9 ball he's missed. And the score is 4-0. Little discussion about the cue ball. It might be a good time to talk about our stream sponsor, Taom. The big selling point, well, there's a few of them actually, but the big selling point is that it doesn't mark the cue ball, it doesn't mark the table, and if you notice in that last game when Javi was playing a shot, we saw a close-up at a cue ball and also a close-up of his blue chalk, which wasn't V10. And there was a big blob on the cue ball, and it really does mark the cue ball, other chalks. Taom V10 doesn't mark the cloth either, and if you're a billiard room owner, I'm not saying you'd want to leave bits of Taom chalk on every table because I think they might go missing. Thanks also to Spots and Stripes. My favourite game, that is 8 ball. I love a bit of Chinese hay ball as well. So I think they've stepped out for a little time out, maybe. Phil's gone. So we'll be back, guys, very, very soon with more of the action. Phil on the hill, looking good to take this first set. will be heavy breaking off. He won the lag, so he gets the privilege of breaking on the odds. And should it go to a deciding rack in the deciding set, he would be breaking. If Phil Wildman can win this first set, which is looking rather likely at the moment, he will be breaking first in the second set. So he'll have a slight advantage in the second set. Hasn't really worked that way, has it, in this one? So looking to make the one in the left-hand side pocket. Nothing cooking in the kitchen is the one ball. So it's going to be a push out from Phil Wildman. Well, maybe it's not. He's trying to flick this in. He's going behind the four ball, is he? This is very aggressive if he goes for this. I think the push out is the order of the day here. He's got a 4-0 lead. There's no need to do anything silly. That's up to his opponent to try and push it a bit. Phil sitting pretty. Doesn't have to take any risks whatsoever. Yeah, I'm glad he's changed his mind there. Maybe he was just having a look at it. No intention of playing it, maybe. Does have the option to give this back though, if he doesn't like it. And he has given it back. Now if he can miss this four ball, wow, unlucky, nice idea. He used the four ball as a buffer, as a stopper for the one. Just didn't get enough pace on the cue ball. So he's going to have to play low right on the cue ball here. Swing it round two rails back to the centre of the table. Well, he looks very fidgety. He's going plain ball with this. Yeah, I didn't like that shot. He couldn't, it wasn't on that angle. He had to play it lower and swing it in and out of that corner to get back to the centre of the table. Playing it the way he did, he was always going to be coming towards the six. So the jump cue is going to come out again. Remember, he attempted the jump on the two in the very first rack. It cost him that rack. Good solid bridge. Wow. Also played a jump on the five ball before, didn't he, and missed it completely. He had a bit of luck in that last one though, where he hit the rail and made the five. This time he's hit the rail and missed the two. He has sent the four ball though up to that top rail, which has just changed the furniture around a bit. So a little bit more work to do. Top spin on the cue ball to chase the 3. Wants it to hold up, doesn't want to be straight, that's okay. And now he should be out. Good angle on this 5. May have to go twice across here. May just play for the 6 into the left hand side pocket. See what pace he plays it at. Yeah, oh, he's concentrated so much on the cue ball there. He's just forgot to make the 5, and he's been lucky. And I think we're going to see the jump cue once again. 4th time lucky maybe. May not play it this time, there is an easy kick on. He's not really had much success, has he, with shorty. We've got TJ Shorty in the chat. I wonder what he's like with shorty, with the jump stick. Nice little rail first there. Nice, almost straight in 6. Can just play a stun shot. Hold for the 7 into the same pocket. Wow, that's a little bit unfortunate. I was just trying to wonder what his mindset is at the moment. He was a little bit late arriving in the arena. Had a couple of quick racks to warm up, which he seemed to really rush. And he must be in kind of 2 minds, you know, thinking about that booked flight he's got. So a gilt-edged chance here for Phil Wildman to take this opening set in the semi-final of the GB9 UK Amateur Open event. Nicely on the 9. And he has been playing much better of the 2. It's not a shock scoreline. It's about right in my eyes. So, first set to the Englishman. Remember guys, straight after this one we will have the final of this tournament, and then around about 5 PM UK time it's Yannick Pongers against Dean Shields in the Race to 8 tournament. That's going to be an absolute cracker. You don't want to miss that. No it isn't, is it? I'm sorry, it's the Vietnamese guy. What am I talking about? Can we edit that bit out? Of course it's Hai Dang in the final. It's the one all the Vietnamese are looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm getting my finals mixed up, aren't I? The final is Hai Dang against Dean Shields. That's the Race to 8 final. Yannick Pongers, of course, is waiting for the winner of this match, and that will be coming up live straight after this one. Haven't seen Yannick in practicing yet. He was doing a lot of practice yes. Oh, he's just shimmed off the side of that 3. No, I've never done a Euro Tour shorty, but I have done other Predator, lots of Predator matches. I've done World 10 ball, World 9 ball women's, the Pro Billiard Series. I've done Chinese 8 ball. I was recently in China for the big Grand Masters. They're in Qinhuangdao. But I've never done a Euro Tour. Oh, that's a nice little escape there from the Spaniard. Just wondering, is he going to be tempted by the bank shot here? He would be on the 3 ball. A little bit of risk though involved in this one. Oh, he's played it in the side, and oh, I thought that was a bit thin, and he called it rather thick, didn't he? I honestly thought he was playing the bank there. Well, this does cut. Cue ball round the back of the 4, side route, back over to the left, and he should be somewhere near where he is now. We need a telestrator, don't we, so we can put a little circle on the table. He should be somewhere near where his hand is now, I would say. Let's see where he ends up. Keep your hand there. Oh, you spoil sport. You were our telestrator, Javi. Oh, look at that for a shot. Played it really nicely, didn't he? Struggled in. Cue ball's close again. Look at this. The cue ball's in. Oh, he scratched. He scratched. He scratched. Seems quite a level-headed guy. Doesn't really show too much frustration. I'm sure he is inside though. A little bit unlucky to finish so close to the rail from that great 2 ball he played. So Phil's got to be careful here of the 9. He'll be playing for the 5 into the side. Just wants to stay away from the 9. He's okay, he's done that. Played it very nicely indeed. Played it perfectly, in fact. The Spaniard just can't get on the board, can he? I remember pulling out of a tournament once because I had a flight to catch, and then got to the airport and discovered that there was a 12-hour delay. Great stuff. So impressed. I said it many times during his matches yesterday, and he did have a few yesterday as well. He had a very, very long day. His cueing is sublime. It's beautiful. So one set up and one rack up in the second set. Things going very, very well for the man they call Wildman from Wickham. We're in Telford, just off the M54, near to Wolverhampton and Birmingham. I can do a very, very bad Birmingham accent, but I'll spare you that. Maybe I'll save it for the final. Two balls close. Oh, nothing doing though on the one ball. And it's not a straightforward push either. Could push kind of just past the four ball and leave a very thin edge on the one. Trouble is, if he's going to push out down that end of the table anywhere, he's going to leave a very, very easy safety on. Oh, I'm surprised at this. He could even have a cheeky little go at the 9 here. Bank the one onto the 9. Play it with a modicum of safety as well. Can come thick off the 1 and go in behind the 6. Oh, he's gone for the bank. And it was a very, very difficult push out that he was faced with there. He was kind of damned if he did, damned if he didn't. And the little carom he played into that little cluster has worked out absolutely perfect. And now all of a sudden, table wide open. Wouldn't be surprised if he doubled his lead here, guys. So this is the key shot. Now if he draws between the 8 and the rail, he needs a really good stroke on this. Doesn't want to clip the 8. He's played it beautifully. Kind of a stun draw, wasn't it? Very nicely done. In between middle and bottom on the cue ball. Just a little bit of right hand side, round about 4 o'clock on the clock face. Another very impressive run out here then. He's a man on a mission. Lost out in the semi to Dean Shields on the hill. Very, very hard battle in the other tournament, in the race to 8. So that 9 ball is a 2-0 lead, leading by a set to 0 as well. Just asking for the white to be cleaned. So I guess you guys are looking forward as well to the UK Open semi-finals. Mirko Fortunski, Robbie Capito. Capito had that great win over Josh Villa. Mirko Fortunski overcame the surprise man of the tournament, Tobias Pongers. Petri Mäkinen played amazing, as did Piers Labutis, overcoming the reigning champion Eklan Kachi. First thing jumps out at me is the 7. There is a possibility of a carom though, a 7-9 carom. I'm not sure if it does go actually. I think our side camera will show us if it does. Phil's just having a look at that. Really is cueing well, right in the heart of the pocket. Well, it doesn't really tell us, does it? I don't think it does. So he may have to look at either splitting them up or playing the 7-9 carom. I must say, I like the look of the carom shot, to be honest. He's having to think about this now because he needs to know where he wants to be on this 6 ball in order to get on the 7. So just a little stun follow here. Cue ball just quite squirting to the left hand side. Well, if he was looking to play into them, I don't think he's got the angle. He might have to go for the carom. His only option is to leave the carom. He looks a bit reluctant to play it, maybe. Yeah, that's where he wants to be. About a foot off the rail. Or maybe he's playing lots of left-hand spin on this. Maybe he's coming off the rail and trying to go into it, is he? He is. Oh, what a classy shot that is. Very, very classy shot. Now he's still going to play the carom. And makes it. I thought it was a carom before. Tried to nudge it open and strangely enough left himself another carom. Absolutely cruising at the moment, isn't he? 3-0 up in the second set, a set to 0. Now that shirt reminds me of the 9 ball. I don't know about you. They call it the bumblebee. It looks like he's got honeycomb as well on the back of his shirt. Really does need to get a rack on the board. Not sure if he had a late night last night. Maybe he was in the main arena watching the top pros go at it. Either way, it's another dry break. Just a tricky little one, having to dig down on the cue. I think I got disconnected there from you guys. Hopefully you can hear me back. Test up. Oh, he's not missing anything, is he now? In such good stroke. 4 balls away from being on 4 racks and on the hill. Needs one more to take the match. Must be really, really happy with the way he's played this morning. This was due to be played last night, this semi-final, but Phil, understandably, was very, very tired after playing all day back-to-back in both tournaments. But looks like he got a good night's sleep. Got up, nice shower, bit of breakfast. He was here early practicing as well, and it's showing. Failure to prepare is preparation to fail. So nicely done. And as I said at the start of this set, he will be breaking in rack number 5, and it's the one he needs. And if he can carry on breaking the way he has been, well, it could be over very, very quickly. Remember, he's made 3 balls on a few occasions. So will this be the rack that seals a place in the final for Phil Wildman against Yannick Pongers? That will be coming up for you very, very soon after the conclusion of this match. Now then, he does have a shot on the 2, but the cue ball's just travelled that little bit too far. And this is really difficult to get at. I think we might see Phil push out here. Maybe just over to the right-hand side. Sorry, the left-hand side of the table as we look. He's right. Well, if he's having a go at this, this is going to be... Might need a referee on call here. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. He can actually reach it, so it's not so bad. Wow, what a brilliant shot that is. Big chance then to close it out. Just wants to bounce off the back rail. Maybe play just a tad, half a tip of left hand spin. No, he's going plain ball, so he can just bounce off the back rail. Well, I've got to say, what a shot he's played there. But this is the key shot now. Just doesn't want to overrun it. Well, that hasn't gone quite to plan. Is there still a twist in the tail of this semi-final? Yes, there is. Didn't really get on it that well, did he? It was certainly the most difficult shot he's had to play in a while. That was a very nice shot. Stroked it nicely. Is this the time he's going to get his first rack on the board? We've had 9 racks so far. This is the 10th rack. Gone slightly wrong. If he plays it into the side, he's going to have to judge the pace well. We've seen a couple of scratches from this guy as well in the earlier parts of this match. Shorter pace. He's left himself a bit to do here. Wanted to be past the middle pocket. It's there. It's there. And he's nicely on the 9 as well. So it looks like it's going to be a first rack for the man from España. It will be Viva España. In it goes, well done, and fist pump for his first rack. Proving he's still got a sense of humour, even though he's way behind. But he will be breaking in this second rack. Good to have you with us, guys, wherever you're watching. Always interesting to know where our viewers come from. This is the TYP live stream, brought to you by Taom Billiards. Thank you so much, guys. It's Taom time. Once again though, the break eluding him. Now does that 4 ball past the 7? That'll be the first thing that Phil will have a look at. Well, if he's feeling brave, he could play off the edge of this. Thin off the right hand side of it and come down behind the 7-4. Would love to even open them up if he can. Oh, it's a little bit unlucky. I think there's a path through. And he can just nudge into the 2 here as well and leave it into the side, I think. To draw it. Maybe it's fired him into life, that last rack. That miss on the 5 ball from Phil Wildman. We've often seen matches turn on a single shot. That 4 ball, still a mystery whether it does pass or not. I think our side camera would tell us that. And there you see it does go. It just passes the 7 ball. I wonder, will he maybe take a risk and nudge into the 8 ball here? If he doesn't, he's either going to have to play short side on it or play the 8-9 combo. He has got a chance to move it here though. Doesn't have to hit it hard. Watch the 8 on the side rail. Played it very nicely. This will be a great comeback if he can come back from this. just 2 balls away from his second rack. He's overhit this though. Didn't want to be anywhere near there. He was playing it into the top left. He's going to have to play it into the top right. And this is kind of one of those shots that you don't really play that often, and they're a little bit awkward. No problem though. Phil, of course, has the next break, and he'll have another few chances at least to close this out, but would love to get the job done. In it goes. It's 4-2. Phil won't be panicking yet, but whenever you've had the chance to close it out and you don't, your opponent then gets a new lease of life. And of course the lifeline that you've given them. Thanks again to our sponsors, Taom Billiards. There's what a lovely graphic that is. A friend of mine, Jay, made that. Does lots of great work for the guys at Taom. Thank you very much, Jay, for your fine work. So breaking on the hill, Phil Wildman, desperate to get over the line. Good break once again. Made a ball. Unfortunately, nothing easy on the 2 ball, but there is a nice safety on here. Hide the cue ball in behind the 5 and the 7. It's a big blocker. Misjudged that one by quite some distance. A genuine chance then for Phil Wildman to close this match out, and he really would love to get it done now and get on with the final. Possible problems? Well, not really problems, just there's a lot of cloth to cover, isn't there, in this? From this 4 up for the 5, from the 5 back down for the 6, from the 6 back to the 7. Doesn't really get easy until you get nice and straight in on that 7. That's the plan. Once again, it's that 5 ball. Can you believe it? That's the second time he's missed the 5 in that pocket. And I wonder, was it just playing on his mind a little bit? The only saving grace maybe is the fact Javi now has to do a lot of travelling off this relatively straight ball, so he's going to have to cut it. Doesn't want to play too much top or too hard because it will become top stun off that rail. Just shows you Javi hadn't won a rack. He was cruising. Phil Wildman 5-0 in the first set, 4-0 up in the second. Missed that 5 ball and then missed another 5 ball. And this is a glorious shot that he's played here. And all of a sudden it's going to be 4-3. And he'll be breaking to go heel. Looks like it is going to be 4-3. It certainly is. It's game on. Oh, Phil Wildman must be sick. And the thing is, it can play on your mind, things like that. And even if he gets to the 5 ball again, unless you've put it out of your mind, it can really play tricks with you. So another time he gets on the 5, it could come back to haunt him, especially if it's to that top left-hand corner. He's missed both 5s, both big opportunities in that same pocket on the same ball. Same problem though, no ball down off the break. Played that well. Touchy little shot. unless he fancies jumping it. It's not easy. He can swerve in between the 7 and the 2, play lots of left-hand spin, come back off the side route. Well, maybe looking to tie a ball up here, to tie the 2 and the 3, or the 2 and the 6. It's gone wrong. It was a nice idea, almost worked. Looks like he's trying to move it himself. Plan B. You can tell, can't you? He's under a bit of pressure now. Think back to when he was 4-0 up in this set. Everything was flying in. Everything in the garden was rosy. Now he's having second thoughts. He's going to play a safety here in behind the 6 ball. Could be clever here and play it and leave it as a combo on the 9. Not sure what he's played there, but that's gone wrong. Don't know why he played it so hard, to be honest, and why he didn't roll in behind the 6. Whether he can pot this 2 or not, I don't think so. He's certainly got to look at it, and he shouldn't have been able to see it at all. There's your answer. Well, if he wins this one as well, the pressure is really on. What a fascinating game 9 ball is. And look at the confidence now in young Yavi. Looking at the 6 ball, in his mind he's already made the 4 and the 5. Don't get too far ahead of yourself though, Javi. Still work to be done. This is quite a thin one. Doesn't want to lose the cue ball. Oh, he's played this too soft and he's overcut it, trying to hold it for the 5. That was always going to be the problem. So now, a chance. You feel he just has to take this. That 6 though is nasty, isn't it, where it is? Oh, that looks horrible, doesn't it? Left himself a nice angle to get right behind it. Nice to have you with us, Carl. Have you ever had a shot against Phil? He hasn't played this one as well as he could have done. It's getting harder and harder to cross the finish line. He's not sure. I'm not sure either. Can he pinch a bit? Play it a little bit straighter. Play with left hand spin. I don't think he's playing it. Yeah, wise decision. Has played a very, very good shot. I say that it's bounced out just a little bit, but it's a super tough cut if he does take it on. I think he has to go at the bank here. 6-ball cross corner. Low right on the white. It's the second semi-final. Winner of this will play Yannick Pongers, the 19-year-old from Holland. I imagine he's somewhere in the building hitting balls. Is this the moment for Phil Wildman? Lost Hill in the other tournament, the race to 8 tournament yesterday, lost to Dean Shields. Dean Shields will be up later on this evening in the final of that one against, again, Hai Dang rather. So this 9-ball then for a place in the final.
Stake power.
It's there. It's there. Stake power. Well, that was just mentioned in the chat by his practice partner, Carl Williams. What does that mean, stake power? Come on. Well done. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I thought you meant well done steak, but you mean well done. Okay, I was never going to talk to you again there for a minute. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you to Taom Billiards for sponsoring this stream. I'm Mark White, and we'll be back. Yeah, we're going to be back straight away with the final. That's coming up very, very soon. It's going to be a great one. Phil Wildman against Yannick Pongers. See you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the 9 one is, yeah. Learning experience. Not your day. Good player. Nearly.
So the final will be on this same link that you are currently watching. We've just got to go into the main arena for a little bit of a presentation for the actual UK Open semi-final. So we'll be back here with Mark White very, very soon. Thanks, folks. Yeah, I hadn't.
Sam, when you're commentating, just put the word in for Phil. He wants a sponsor. He wants a sponsor, so he wants something to sponsor him. You're sponsored by Ignite. Who else is there? Taom, Men's Cues, and wow. You need more sponsors. Yannick, you need more sponsors. I need more. Who's no, because I don't know, because you've got Vietnamese guy in against, who is it? Dean. Dean and Vietnam. Dean's Dean. Yeah, it's up to you, yeah. See if we can get in touch with him. No, it could be, but if we schedule it, it could be 13. Does that work? Yeah, but the thing is that what for it. I know, right?
Let's just see these ready.
Welcome back to the GB9 Amateur UK Open live from the Ludlow Suite in the International Centre here in Telford, and it's time for the final of the set play tournament between Englishman Phil Wildman and the young Dutchman Yannick Pongers. It's best of 3 sets, races to 5, alternate break from the break box. It's 9 on the spot, of course. Golden breaks do count. And the 3 foul rule also is in use. So here we go. This should be a very, very interesting battle. The youth there, 19-year-old Yannick Pongers against the very experienced Phil Wildman. We saw Phil have a little bit of a wobble in his semi-final a little bit earlier on. That pesky 5-ball, he missed it twice. Finally got over the line though. On the whole, has played very, very well. So has this young man. Under-19 champion in Austria last year. I was there to witness it. He wore orange that day, the Dutch orange. Today he's in black. Got a pretty high Fargo as well, Yannick. He's 748 Fargo. And he comes from Veldhoven in the Netherlands. On his way to the semi, beat James Lee, Kevin May, and then Vietnamese Nguyen Man Duc, Benji Buckley, and Tim Yonkman from his country as well. Tim Yonkman, fellow Dutchman, double Dutch on the table. As I said, I'm expecting this to be a very interesting battle. This man has a lot of passion for the game, Yannick. Of course, he can reach these places some of us cannot reach. Well, there might be a little bit of this showing, you know, between the 8 and the 9. Picks up his Taom chalk. They just happen to be our sponsors for this event. Thank you so much, guys, for the stream sponsorship. So you can bet Phil's going to try and keep it very, very tight. Wait for his opportunities. I'm guessing Yannick might be just a little bit more aggressive in the shots he goes for. Well, that's a nice little rub. Looking at the 3-rail kick here in between the 4 and the 9. Watch this. Wow, great hit. It's one of them that looks great on camera, but unfortunately he's left it. It's one of those shots you really have to make. If you don't make it, there's a good chance for your opponent. Playing this with a lot of right hand spin to hold the cue ball. He doesn't hang about, this young man, and I was watching him warm up, and he's got very, very nice and easy cue action, very smooth. You see just pushing the ball around. Little bounce off the side rail here. It's got that lovely little pause as well. Just a slight pause. Really is good to watch, and he could run away with this if Phil doesn't keep it really tight. Didn't mean to go into that 8-ball there. He's had a little bit of luck. He may play this into the side now. That's what he's looking at. No, didn't want it in the side. Didn't like it. Nicely done. And takes the opening rack. There's a close-up. We're using the Z9 cloth. I was just going to tell you about the V10 chalk. We've got the Z9 and the V10. Somebody come and swiped it away very, very quickly. I hope it was Yannick. Phil placing those Aramith black set balls onto the shark rack. One at the front as always, 9 on the spot in the middle, and all the others must be racked randomly. So Phil has been breaking very, very well in this tournament. Well, I can't remember the last time I saw him miss the 1-ball, to be honest. You don't want your break to leave you in the final. Yannick is a regular on the Euro Tours. Oh, he's caught. This is going to go in the drink. Didn't want to catch the 6. Played it a little bit quick. A chance for Phil to steady the ship. You can see the 4-9 was a combo. He's not interested in that though. Everything out in the open. Good chance to get the arm going, run the rack. In fact, using the 9 as a stopper. 5 and 6 into the same pockets. This really could be a cracking match, you know, if they both hit top form. With alternate break, if one of them can get the break working. I think he's dead straight on this, can just draw back a little bit. Oh, he does have a slight angle. He's going to be drawing back down the left hand side of the table. Yeah, I was going to say, mind this corner pocket. Yannick went in there a little bit earlier. Phil judging the drawback to perfection. And we're all square, 1-1 in this first set. Best of 3 sets, races to 5. Quite a unique little format, I like it. the final of our Race to 8 tournament coming up for you later on. We'll give you more details on that when we know. Semi-final between Petri Mäkinen and Mieszko Fortunski is already underway in the main UK Open event just next door. And it's Mieszko Fortunski who's taken the first 2 racks in that one. There's something about him just makes me think he's going to win it this year. Any one of the 4 could win it, of course. But he's really trimmed down, he has, Mieszko. He's known to have had his problems in the past. Maybe some anger issues, but he's worked through them and he's come out the other side. A very, very nice young man. Very talented left-hander from Poland. There's so many great players coming out of Poland. They should rename it Poolland. The jump cue is out, not for the first time today for Phil Wildman. Watch the 6 here. Oh, didn't make the 6, caught the 2 ball very thin, didn't want to hit it like that. I'm sure he was trying to send the 2 up the other end and hold on the 6 ball with a cue ball. So this is a chance for the young Dutchman. It's gone slightly awry though. Draw in behind the 6 ball. Wow. Showing a lot of experience there as well. He's up against a very good billiard player though. Phil Wildman knows his angles. He's like the English Ephraim Reyes. Now don't let me down. He didn't let me down. Almost made it. Unlucky. What a great effort that was. Huge amount of left-hand spin. Yannick's just lost the cue ball on occasions when it's been travelling distance, nudging into different balls. Not this time though. Has he got a bit of an angle? I think he's just got a little bit. Big amount of right hand spin on the cue ball. Reverses off the rail. Really lovely slow backswing, really is good to watch. And super confident as well, nice little stun follow there. Love the way he plays the game. And Phil doesn't want to start rushing himself. Sometimes the tendency when you're playing against these very quick players is you tend to speed up your rhythm as well, and Phil doesn't want to get dragged into that. There's the beautiful set of black balls. I don't think I've ever played with a set of black, you know. I saw a really strange comment on a Facebook post today where they thought the black should be the white ball and the white should be the black ball. I know, go figure. Oh, look at this. Again, we see Phil making 3 balls off the break. Did break dry though, didn't he, in that last one? Well, even if this goes all the way, I can't see it lasting very long. Races to 5, best of 3 sets. Yeah, didn't bounce off the rail like I thought that was going to. I think he may have had a little bit of unwanted English on that. It seemed to check off of the rail. For those of you not watching the main UK Open event, Mieszko Fortunski has taken a 3-rack lead over Petri Mäkinen. The man from Finland hasn't won much. He won the World Cup of Pool with Mika Immonen 12 years ago. He's looking to win his real first major Matchroom title. And neither of the 4 semi-finalists have won a Matchroom ranking event before. Not a big one anyway, not one of the majors. I believe Piers Labutis won a couple of the smaller ranking events in the States. Spends a lot of time in America. So nicely balanced, 2-2. Yannick will have the benefit of breaking first, should this go all the way to a 5th game. For those of you that may be a little confused, guys, this is the final of the UK Amateur Open Championship, the GB9. One of 2 finals that we're going to be bringing you today. This one, which is the best of 3 sets races to 5, and also the straight race to 8 tournament, which we will be bringing you the final of later on this evening. Hai Dang from Vietnam is up against Brit Dean Shields in that. And we'll have that one live for you later on as well. He's looking at a very tricky little kick here. Trying to come off the edge of the 1 ball. Whenever you're close to the rail like this, never easy, but what a shot he's played there. Always looks disappointed when he walks away from the table. Wow, what a great effort that was. He's queuing so close to that 4 ball. He did well not to foul it, to be honest. He needs to kick at this 1 ball and get some distance between them. Try and hold the cue ball somewhere behind the 3. Send the 1 around the angles. Well, it's gone wrong. Now, does it pass anywhere? I think it goes into the top left. Doesn't go top right, that's for sure. Well, that's a mistake. Didn't expect to make the 3. Was playing the hook behind the 6, I think. Did it to himself, and that just rubs salt in the wound, doesn't it? Looks very casual, doesn't he, around the table? Kind of got that excellent catchy kind of, doesn't look really interesting kind of demeanour. So the big work to do from the 6 to the 7. May just hold the cue ball where the 5 is. So he's going to play a big draw shot here. And he's played it beautifully. Doesn't want to be straight. He's not. One more good positional shot then to the 7. To jump back into the lead again. Cue ball's going close. Oh, he's okay. No problem, didn't finish perfect on it, but they're like hangers for players of these class, and takes the lead 3-2. Going with serve, so to speak.
Well, Mark, good afternoon. I thought I'd jump in a bit now that everyone's well, avoiding me now. They've all gone to play pool. They're all playing 2, 3, 5.
Sam Jones with me, Mark White. Sam responsible for running all the cameras and providing this great stream for you guys.
Yeah, welcome to everyone.
This is.
And thank you to everyone that's tuning in so far. It's a cracking final, is this one, Mark?
Yeah, I was kind of suspected it would be. Experience against youth. And look at this, another great break. Really has been breaking so well. I know I keep saying it, but, well, if he didn't keep breaking so well, I wouldn't keep saying it.
Well, it must be that stake power. It's certainly produced some terrific breaks over the 2 days that he's been on this table.
Yeah, I don't think he's been off it, has he?
No, just how schedule is. Got to keep that TV table busy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he approached that one a little bit nonchalantly. That was not an easy shot. It's very, very thin. Here's Ko Fortunski, 4-0 up now on Petri Mäkinen from Finland. Going well, and he really does look good, the butcher. He's done a lot of work on himself. Oh, this is a nice shot. Got the cue ball into that kind of area with lots of right hand spin on the cue ball. controlled it well. The jump cue will be coming out. Can only be thinking of the safety shot here though. Send the 2 ball back up towards those 2 balls there. I think he was trying to go into the 4 with a cue ball and send the 2 ball up over to the 7 and the 4, but he did hit it very hard as well. I was very impressed with this young man when I saw him in Klagenfurt in October last year at the World Juniors, which he won, the under-19s division. Jessica Centeno took the women's 10 ball world title. Shane Van Boning took the men's world 8 ball title. And there was also 3 junior champions crowned also. It is the reigning junior champion, which gets to the hill first. He's 4-2 up on Phil Wildman. So how's your first experience been then, Sam, on the 9 ball tour?
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I know we're not over just yet, we've still got 1 final to go later on this afternoon, but no, it's been a privilege to broadcast this for the GB9 team. Hope that the partnership continues further down the line, and it's been brilliant to have you on board as well, Mark. You've been a voice to these last 2 days, and it's been a privilege to have you as well, tuning in all the way from Thailand. It's amazing what technology can do nowadays.
Well, you're the man doing all that. I just click a link, that's it, and I'm in. I just sit in my in my living room with my microphone and sit and watch Paul do what I love, and I'm absolutely delighted to be helping out on this. I've always wanted to commentate on some GB9 stuff. Never had the chance before, and hopefully we'll get to do it again sometime, Sam. Who knows?
Definitely,
maybe even on site.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'm sure paths crossed numerous times, and that's it. The more I get involved with 9 ball scene, hey look, I'll probably end up taking it up, no doubt. Be another set of cues that I'll have in the house.
Well, you should be bumping into me then if you get into 9 ball, because I'm always around the American pool scene.
I'll be no doubt travelling around with it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and thoroughly enjoyed actually playing the game and learning the aspects of it. We said yesterday how different it is to other cue sports. You know, you can take that nonchalant kind of approach to it from a English pool player's mindset, but hey, there's a reason why it's a completely different billiard game.
Yeah, and it is, and I don't really like it when people make comparisons, because it's kind of like comparing badminton and tennis in a way, you know. It's that kind of thing. Don't know why I used that comparison. I've never used it before. It just jumped into my head. You don't want to be in my head, that's for sure. Well, a nice early rack there, just what Phil needed to get back in this. And he will be breaking as well.
So yeah, so this is the final of the set play comp, as I have actually forgotten to add the set play bit to the scoreboard, so I do apologise. I'll add that now, just to stop any confusion. It's not just a race to 5. That'd be a very, very short final over the last 4 days.
There I was praising you and Taom, what a great job you are, and I've only just noticed that as well, so I'm partly to blame. I should be looking for things like that. Meanwhile, Mieszko Fortunski is about to go 5-0 up on Petri Mäkinen. What a start for the Butcher. Back to this one. Phil looking to go heel in the first set.
It's gone dry. I think.
Yeah, there's not been many of those.
I think we've just jinxed him after saying how well he was breaking in the last few racks.
And this isn't a bad chance actually. Cue ball naturally coming back over for the 2 ball, 3 over the same side as well.
Oh,
well, he's overcut that by a mile. It's one of them situations there, Sam, where he was thinking more about the cue ball than making the 1 ball. You see, he's finished absolutely perfect on that 2,
Yes.
but he really shouldn't be because he's missed that 1 ball by a long way.
Yeah, it's certainly. You know, it doesn't matter where the white ball is. If you've forgotten the pot, you've forgotten the main thing of the game.
Now needs a friendly kiss. Well, does this slot in the side? It's very acute. Yes, it does. It looks much easier, doesn't it, from that angle? So good chance for Phil. And this is what he's got to do. Yannick's not going to make too many mistakes when he's in the balls. He's very quick and goes through racks like lightning. When he does miss, you've just got to keep him in his seat, run the rack, and he can't do anything from there. I want to say hi to Jonas Ottinen, who's watching. He's actually in China at the moment. He's just checking in to see we're doing an okay job. We certainly are. The man from Taom. Thank you very much, Jonas, for your support, mate, as always, supporting
Thank you. Yeah, I
all
really
Q
appreciate
Sports,
it.
not just Paul. This is exactly what Phil needs to do. Punish every mistake from Yannick. Maybe wanted just a little bit more on the cue ball there. Might have to... Oh, he can just hold it. Well, it was a touchy little shot, wasn't it?
He's held that very well.
Just drop. Wow, he was 4-2 down in this first set. And we should be all square at 4-4, and we are. But it will be Yannick Pongers breaking off in the final rack, having won the lag. So
Yeah, I
big
was having
things
a look.
happening.
Sorry, I was having a look on social media more about that Chinese exhibition that's going off at the minute, the expo. I don't know if you've seen any more pictures flying around. Yeah, I still can't get my head around it. It's massive, absolutely massive.
Yeah, I'm 100% going to go next year. 1.1 million square feet of just Q Sports heaven. Now, have a look at this. How's that 9 ball? Can we get a camera angle on this 2-9? Is it on for the side pocket?
See what
It
we
looks
can
close. No, it's not. I thought maybe it was on for the side pocket. It might be close, you know.
Well, he's
He ended.
giving it a Sam treatment there. He's giving it an absolute whacking up.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hit and hope, wasn't it? And he's got lucky. The jump cues are going to be coming out once again. Now, he might be able to squeeze this 2 off the 9 into the side. I'm not sure if it's a little bit too far away.
Yeah, that was the first shot that came to mind. Let's see what this looks like. I think he can off that.
It just depends how far past the pocket it is. I think he will go. No, you see it just a little bit past the side pocket there. So both players, it's a bit like whack-a-mole at the moment, isn't it? 6 holes, nothing going down them though.
Living in a seaside town, I know all about whack-a-mole and see it every day of the week. Walking past the arcades.
Now, can he hold the cue ball behind the 6? That's what he tried. Needs some help. Now, is there a gap between that? No, there isn't. 2 rails then. 2 rail kick at the 2. And he's gone with power once again. He doesn't look very confident with his precise kicking, does he? He's kind of just making sure he hits it and hoping that he gets something safe. But this time, it hasn't gone safe, and there's a real chance here for Phil Wildman to take this opening set.
From 4-2 down, it'll be a massive set to claim. Oh, what a miss. But what a safety.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a 2-way, wasn't it? He could play it that way. Obviously, went all out to make it. But every chance of getting it safe. If he did miss it, now then, I've just got nervous all of a sudden. I've just been told you've got a very special viewer, a top snooker player from Scotland. His name is Stephen Maguire. Hi Stephen, how you doing? When are we going to see you play a bit of the old 9-ball then? I've seen you playing some Chinese 8-ball. I was there in China when you were there just recently. I've never seen you play 9-ball. Maybe you have. I don't know what's happened. It's not the same player, is it, that played the semi-final earlier on? He wasn't missing anything. Well, he missed 2 5-balls, I think, in the whole match.
Yeah, it was definitely that, weren't it?
Twice across with a cue ball. Oh, he's banked it. What a shot that is. Didn't see that one coming. I told you, he was very aggressive, very attacking. And when he gets into full flow, he's a delight to watch. He really is. Little anxious moment. He's all right on this pink 4. Purple 5 to follow. Just using the 7 to hold the cue ball. And now won't be doing too much with the white off this one, just a little draw. He's just a little bit straight on this. He can run it through and play the 7 in the side if he wants. He may tend to just bump off the side rail though.
Oh, what's he done with you? Well, he's looking straight on this 7 now. That's a massive error on that one.
Well, yeah, it's not as bad as it looks at first glance. He can play a draw with right-hand spin.
He's worried about the
he's
jaw.
worried about. Yeah, he's worried about the jaw. Mate, I can't quite see the angle. Can we get a camera on that angle? Well, he may just have. Oh, I think he can draw off this, maybe.
Could he play it, use as much of the right side of the pocket, possibly?
Oh, he's going high left. He doesn't know what to do, does he?
Yeah, you're thinking high left, use the top side of the middle pocket cushion, or using the bottom side? Which one would you use, Mark?
He's decided to go back. Just can't get comfortable, can he, over that middle pocket? It's just a little bit awkward queuing. But lots of right-hand spin on it. I don't know what he was worried about.
It was easy.
Sometimes, especially when no shot clock's involved, you can kind of, you know, second guess yourself too much. Do what comes naturally is normally best. And the first set then goes to the Dutchman. He's not quite a flying Dutchman just yet, but he's threatening, isn't he, to take off. Phil Wildman wasn't too shabby either in that one, but a couple of mistakes. Thanks very much once again to our sponsors for this stream. V10 comes from, of course, the excellent TownBilliards.com. Anything you need from there, guys, gloves, chalk, tips. TownBilliards.com. Mika and Jonas from Taom are over in China at that GBE Expo you were talking about, and I saw on Facebook that Mika Immonen was taking on Shivam Arora, the reigning Indian national 10-ball champion. Now, I haven't had any results. I didn't see a stream. I didn't get asked to commentate on it, which I'm very, very annoyed about, to be honest. And I still don't know the result. Come on, guys. Who won? Was it Mika or was it Shivam? Well, we're talking about Mika. Good to see him back in action after that big illness that he had. And he's remained strong and positive. And he's a fighter. We all know he was on the table, and he certainly is off it as well. So Mika Immonen, the Iceman, staying strong. Good man. Really nice 2-ball. That's what we've been seeing from Phil Wildman during the whole of this tournament, to be honest. He really has played some good stuff, and his break has been, well, incredible. Lost the cue ball there though. He potted the 3 into the wrong side of the pocket. He's just gone a little bit awkward on the rail. Shouldn't be a problem though. But there you see, once you get out of position, it's very easy for that to magnify on the next shot. So just a little bit of work to do here. Swinging the cue ball around the back of the 7. Would like the cue ball kind of where the 5 is now, kind of angle. He's going in the corner. It does pass the 7. Wow, that's a beautiful shot. Now low left, about 7 o'clock on the clock face. Some inside spin there, left hand, swinging it over to that side rail, easing it up towards the 8, and now low again on the cue ball. A nice draw shot here, and we're right behind it, look, right on the elbow. Mieszko Fortunski is absolutely flying 6-0 ahead of Petri Mäkinen from Finland. So a really nice out there from Phil Wildman, just letting Yannick know he's still around. Yannick did take the first set. And Phil breaking first in the second set. So it will be Yannick to break. Who's that just popped up on my screen? Is that Francisco Sanchez Ruiz?
I'll take your knowledge over mine of players, unfortunately, at the minute.
Oh, good break this time.
Other sponsors, Kamui. One of the event sponsors for this week.
You see his demeanour around the table. He looks very kind of laid back and not lazy, but just looks like he doesn't really care very much. But of course he does, and he's played a delightful shot here. Unless it goes round the back of the 5, he's okay. Six, not in a great position, but it's okay because the next ball after that will be the 8 ball, so won't have much to do with the cue ball. Just needs to get kind of straight in on the 6. Playing for this bottom left hand corner on the 6. Yeah, I like the way he's played that. Hit the 3rd rail as well. Just has to take a little bit of care with the pace of this natural angle, bringing him down for the 9. Picks up the Taom, gives it a quick wipe across the tip. Well, went a little bit close for comfort to that side pocket there, but he's okay. In it goes. We're level once again. This well worth another look. Beautiful shot he's played there. Lots of low left on the cue ball. 7 o'clock on the clock face, guys. Get practicing that one when you get down your local club, or if you're lucky enough to have a table at home. I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to watch the games when I had a snooker table at home. I would watch the World Championships and I'd be on the table myself as well, practicing all the shots that I saw the guys make. I never did anything else up until about the age of 14. All I did was play snooker. Made an erroneous ball there. Now, does he have a little gap through the 8 and the 9? Sorry, the 2 and the 9. Beg your pardon. Well, he does. Just the safety, though. Yeah, played into an area there where he knew he would get cover. Didn't matter if he caught the 9 or the 2. It was always going to be trouble for Yannick Pongers. Now we might see the jump stick here again. There's the familiar sound of the hard tip on the jump cue being chalked. Oh, look at that. He needs a new glove. Look at this, he's banked it. Oh, look where the cue ball is though. Look where the cue ball's gone. Oh, he won't be jumping this one. I've seen some double jumps in my time, but not on this occasion. I remember being at Wisconsin, I think it was, on one of the Pro Billiard Series. Good solid hit though, 2 rails. He's played that. Well, he's played it as good as he could have done, I guess. It's a thin one. He's also got a very easy safety on. Leave the cue ball behind the 5 ball or the 6 ball, side to side. Chose to go that way. Yeah, I saw Feder Gorst do a double jump, and I also saw Jesus Atencio do an incredible jump shot. In my mind, 2 of the best jumpers in the world. So a mistake from Yannick, and I did mention at the very start of this game where I just thought Phil's safety might just be a telling factor in this. Yannick, very young, 19 years old. He loves to attack. But Phil has got a lot more experience than Yannick, something you can't buy. Keep you up to date with the main UK Open event. Mieszko Fortunski raced out to a 5-0 lead. It's now 6-2. Petri Mäkinen from Finland making a comeback. That's a race to 11. The other semi-final, Piers Labutis against Robbie Capito. We still have a great final coming up for you later as well. The straight race to 8 tournament. Dean Shields from the UK will be up against Vietnamese Gan Hai Dang. And I've just been told that it will be also streamed in Vietnam with Vietnamese commentary. Apparently my Vietnamese that I tried yesterday just wasn't good enough. So they've recruited some Vietnamese. Oh, look at the 9 ball. The 9 ball's on the move. It's there. Well, I think he was going to run it out anyway. So 2-1 then, Phil. And he needs to stay ahead in this second set, having lost the first one. So Yannick will be, well, not apprehensive, but maybe needs to change his game slightly, or does he? 2 balls down, and all of a sudden this has become a game about the 4 ball, because if you make the 4 ball, you're guaranteed to have the 5-9, or maybe not now. Oh yes, he didn't touch it, got round the back of it beautifully. Well, he's it to hold up though. Well, can he snick this in the side pocket? He's going to bank it. Oh, and he's played a glorious shot again to get on the 4 ball. Remember the shot he played in the last rack. Similar type of shot. So just has to make the 4, and you have to say an unmissable 5-9 combo. He would rather be straight in behind it if possible. Still expecting to make it. No problem. Just strokes it home and going the same way. 2-2. The last one, Mark Wildman pulled away to a 4-2 lead. And there we see that lucky 9 ball. He did have a straightforward shot really on the 7 with a nice run through. So he probably would have taken that rack anyway. Yannick straight back with an early 9 of his own. A little less fortunate, of course. And he's breaking once again. He's not had too many dry breaks, Phil. Just the 1 ball though off this one. He was making 3 with monotonous regularity in an earlier match. Gerard, thank you very much. I must agree, I'm of the same thinking as well. I think if you're going to grow a sport and make it accessible to the masses, and the way to grow sports is just to get people to stumble across it as well. And you're not going to get people stumbling across it when you've got to go and actively pay for streams. I also get the fact that people need to earn money, but it shouldn't be the viewer, the end user, paying for the privilege. I believe that's the work of the sponsors to put their products out there and pay for guys like us to stream. Companies which, you know, Taom have done, they've paid for this stream. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Taom. So thank you guys, and we're glad you appreciate us, Gerard. I was very proud working on the Predator Pro Billiard Series as well. It was all free to watch. And I know Predator have had their knockers, but they are doing as much for Paul as Matchroom are doing as well. It's not just a one-way street. So yeah, free Paul is the way forward to grow the sport. I totally agree with you. Now Yannick takes that rack against the break, leading 3-2 now. Now look at that amazing graphic. Now, interesting little story for you. The guy that made that graphic, I approached him and said, look, I've got a new little podcast coming out. I'm going to be interviewing all the Taom sponsored players over the next few months. I'm going to do maybe one a week, maybe one every fortnight, and I'm going to interview all the top snooker players that use Taom, and the Karen players, the 9-ball, the hay-ball players. I'm going to be interviewing all the Q Sport stars who use Taom to see why they use it and find out a little bit about them. Not just about Paul, find out a little bit about them as well. What they do in their spare time, what music they like to listen to, what food they like to eat, all that kind of stuff. Get to know the players behind the cue. So the guy that made that particular logo has just made me a nice logo, and my show is going to be called Taom Time. Taom Time. And it will be either a weekly or bi-weekly podcast with all your favourite Q Sports stars. And I'm going to grab Stephen Maguire as well while I'm about it. Yannick Pongers pushing out. I think, was he questioning whether he called a push out or not?
I'm sure, really. I'm just trying to have a listen in. I don't know if he was just waiting, expecting him to be called back to the table. So he didn't want to go all the way to his seat. The long distance, that is.
Yeah, all of about 2 or 3 metres. 19 years old. There he is. Look, sat in his seat in this. Really is a nice little arena that the GB9 have put up with Matchroom's help. It's right adjacent to the main arena. We're here in the International Centre in Telford, just outside Birmingham, near Wolverhampton as well. Big shot coming here. He's winding up for something. Look at this for a shot. Well, he got there via the B route. Terrific cue power there. Yeah, Stuart Bingham as well is going to be one of the early ones that I'm going to be interviewing. Well, look at that 9 ball. That was nearly a repeat of the fluke that Phil Wildman had in an earlier rack, just in the opposite corner pocket. And now, nicely on the 6. Is he going to play? Well, it looked like he was lining up the bank. He is. He's left himself the bank shot here. 7-2 now for Tunsky over Mackinnon.
He's miscued.
Well, he's miscued. Wow. And, well, can you show that again? Perfect example. Nothing to do with chalk. I know a lot of people say, oh, you should have chalked your cue before you miscue. That old joke. He actually lifted his head a lot on that shot. Was going for big power. I'm not sure why. But literally rose up off the shot. Well, this has gone wrong as well. Watch his head. Look, cue, head up, cue up. Caused the miscue. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that in the commentary booth. Another one, people taking their eye off the pot, looking to see where the cue ball's going, missing the pot. We've seen a few instances of that as well in this match. Well, what do you do here? You have to go for the bank, surely. Unless he's going side to side.
So it's going to call
he's drawn onto the 9. He's called onto the 9. What a beautiful shot.
Wish I called it earlier, because that was the shot that I saw.
Oh, very nicely done. Looked a little bit too far away from the pocket for me. Well worth another look. He's caught this absolutely perfectly. Look at that. That is such a difficult shot. Really was a sublime shot. And he's breaking to get on the hill. There's no way back. He needs this rack and he needs the set as well. Oh, and it's another one of those beautiful Phil Wildman breaks. 2 balls down. A nice look at the 2 ball. Just remove that rack from the table and we're good to go. Just has to be a little bit careful here. Should be okay. Can draw just to the side of the middle pocket. Maybe the angle is just a little bit awkward, a little bit of a stretch as well. Yeah, that was the problem. Didn't really have the angle. I thought he might have tried stunning side to side. Just the safety here. Get a nice thin snick on this, take the paint off it. I went all out for the hook behind the 9, didn't worry about distance. Could get behind the 4 though here. And he's played it very well. And it was a pretty poor shot from Phil. Previously left Yannick that opportunity, and now he's going to kick this 2 rails, send it up towards the corner pocket, maybe flicking off the edge of it. Let's see how he plays it. Well, he's tried to, the pace he played it out, I don't think he was trying to flick off the side of it. Well, it's ball in hand anyway, and look at this. For Yannick to get to the hill first. Four and the 5 perfectly lined up, but he won't have anything to do with that. He's just going to run these out. I know a certain guy that plays in my local pool room. His name is Albert, also a Dutchman. And every single shot he tries to combo the 9. Even ball in hand on the 8, he'll try and combo the 9. I'm sure if Jonas is still watching, he knows exactly who I'm talking about. He's fallen foul to him on a couple of occasions. We all have. So Yannick Pongers then on the hill, on the verge of taking this final down. The first of 2 finals here in the GB9 UK Open Championship, the amateur side. Really good idea actually from Matchroom to have these 2 tournaments alongside each other. So lots of amateurs, of course, going to the main event, getting knocked out early. They had a second chance. Come and play next door, guys. Petri Makinen in trouble. He's 8-2 down now to the Polish superstar, the Butcher. 8-2. Mieszko Fortunski leads. Ball down off the break. Oh, nothing to do here apart from a safety. It's okay. May well see the jump stick again. that's disastrous. He's opened up the 2 and the 9. He's going to have to dig down on this, is he? Oh no, he's okay. He's got an angle on it. Can just run off the side rail. And now a bit of toing and throwing, a bit of north and south for the 3 and then the 4. Wow, he's just played that carelessly. He's just got down and hit it. And Phil will notice that. My coach, when I was young, used to say to me, that's disrespecting the balls, and if you do that, they come back to bite you. They never forgive you. I wonder, will that be the case? There was a routine 2 ball there, and he's just rushed it. It's okay being laid back. Well, he's on his phone, look. I wouldn't recommend that either. The great Steve Davis, 6-time world snooker champion, once said to me, when he's preparing for a match, he won't even read a newspaper or anything like that. He wants his eyes focused on the right things. And that to me just shows a little bit of, well, he's only young, isn't he? He's very young, he's 19. We never had phones when I was 19. And I don't mean mobile phones either. Yeah, I'm that old. I knew Alexander Graham Bell. Went to school with him. So a little bit of a thin one. There's a bit of pressure on this as well. If he misses it, more than likely going to lose the match. Whoa, he's struggled in. He's got a nice kiss on this 9 as well. It's going to be 4-4. We're going heel-heel in this second set. In it goes when we are all square. And it will be Phil Wildman breaking, having won the lag. And it will be, if it does go to a deciding set, Yannick will be breaking first in that set. Z9 billiard cloth made in Germany. The tables made in Spain by Sam. The chalk made in Finland by Taom. The balls made in Belgium by Eleventh. This man made in England, Phil Wildman. Once again, 1 ball in the side, 4 ball down as well. Well, he's got to look at the 2, but nothing really doing. He could play the bank shot into the side, draw back. 3 is waiting over the bottom left-hand corner. Could go all out safety, play the cue ball off the 2, down behind the 5 and the 6. How's he feeling? Well, he's going to scratch off this. No, he's not. It's not going to reach. Oh. Puff of the cheeks from Yannick as he walks to the table. similar shot, but this isn't going to have the legs either. Same result. It's got him hooked. Couple of people having a little practice at the back there. Eight-3 now. Mirko Fortunski leading Petrin Mäkinen. Has a huge weapon, Mäkinen, the break. If he can get the break going in win a break format, he can soon reduce that deficit. Oh, look at the 2-ball. It's not going to go in. It's going to be over the hole. Now is he going to draw this, or can he drag it around the back of the 3? Well, a little surprised, to be honest. He's just lost a bit of focus, I think, Yannick, at the moment. But that's a really nice recovery. Good shot. 2-row kick again. I just mentioned what a great break Petri Mäkinen has. He made the 1 and scratched, and has let Fortunski straight back in again. Well, it's a good hit. But Yannick back in again. Does the 5-ball go into the corner? It's very tight in that side pocket. The good news is the 6 is nearby it. So he's played for it into the side, so he can just drop this in. Nothing to do with a cue ball. And now 5 on the clock face, low right. There you see, right on that black measle, look. It's very nicely done. So this then, 7, 8 and 9 to take the inaugural GB9 UK Amateur Open Championship here in Telford at the beautiful International Centre. Oh, that ran forever, didn't it? So the handshake will come. In it goes. Yannick Pongers, a little fist pump and shake of the hands with Phil Wildman. He had a great run, Phil Wildman. Congratulations to everyone that took part. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Yannick Pongers is your champion, and we will be back with our second final of the day sometime in the very, very near future. I'll let you know when. We'll put it on social media. Thanks for joining us. I've been Mark White. Thanks to Sam Jones also. We'll see you again soon. See you guys.
Cheers, everyone. See you soon.
Event 2 one, isn't it? So.
Set play.
Or it's just Event 2 champions.
Okay, yeah.
Just for anyone that still is watching, we do predict the final of the Race to 8-1 to be about 4 PM UK time, or 4. We have to play it after the semi-finals of the Matchroom UK Open, so keep an eye on them scores, and you'll find out that we'll be very shortly after them. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe and share across all your social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that lot as well. And we'll see you for the final this afternoon. Thanks everyone.
Should we do that now, Luke?